Hello and welcome to Rajya Sabha Television. I am Smriti Rastogi. The number of deaths around the world linked to the new coronavirus has topped 7,000 after Italy announced a new surge in fatalities. 1,75,536 infections have been recorded globally. China has the highest number of fatalities at 3,213, followed by Italy with 2,158 deaths and almost 28,000 cases. In India, the cases of novel coronavirus have jumped to over 125 with 3 fatalities. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given a call to fight the pandemic together. The government is making all efforts to contain the deadly spread of this virus, and the efficacy of the antiretroviral medicines on coronavirus patients is being evaluated by the Indian Council of Medical Research. Today, in depth, we discuss steps taken by the government in this direction. What are the symptoms of COVID-19, the do's and don'ts in this situation, and how one should self-quarantine to contain the spread. Evaluating the situation arising out of the coronavirus pandemic in the country, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan made a statement in the Rajya Sabha today. He lauded the doctors across the country who are working round the clock to battle the outbreak. He said a group of scientists at ICMR are also working on the best possible treatment for coronavirus patients. More details in this report. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan lauded doctors and paramedical staff of the country that are treating coronavirus patients. While making a statement in the Rajya Sabha on Tuesday, Dr. Harsh Vardhan also applauded the services rendered by the Indian Air Force and Air India staff who brought back Indians stranded abroad.
शायद जो आज हमारे देश में डॉक्टर्स और जो हमारे पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ और बहुत सारे जो हमारे एयरलाइंस से जुड़े हुए हमारे पायलट्स हैं, दूसरे कर्मचारी हैं और विशेषकर जिन लोगों ने जो हमारे भारतीय लोग विषम परिस्थितियों में इस बीमारी के प्रकोप के रहते भी दूसरे दुनिया के देशों से भारतीयों को वापस लाने का काम किया है और इन मरीज़ों से जिनसे ये इस वायरस का सबसे बड़ा जो बचाव का जो तरीका है वो 1 मीटर की सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग है, उसमें हमारे डॉक्टर्स सारे देश के अंदर जो है बहुत ही गहराई, ईमानदारी, सच्चाई और सब प्रकार की जो रिस्क लेते हुए जिस प्रकार से काम कर रहे हैं, मैं समझता हूं कि उसकी सराहना करने के लिए कोई पर्याप्त शब्द मेरे क्या किसी की भी शब्दावली में नहीं है.
Dr. Harsh Vardhan also underscored that in a bid to contain the spread of the deadly coronavirus, integrated disease surveillance system is keeping a community surveillance on 54,000 people.
आप सब जानते हैं कि इस समय इस कोरोना को कंट्रोल करने की दृष्टि से जो हमारा इंटीग्रेटेड डिजीज सर्वेलेंस सिस्टम है, उसके तहत नीचे डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल तक आज की तारीख में 54,000 लोगों के ऊपर तो कम्युनिटी सर्वेलेंस रखा जा रहा है, जहां हमारे ये हेल्थ से जुड़े हुए जो कर्मचारी हैं, ये लोग इन लोगों को डेली बेसिस पे 2, 3, 4 दिन के बेसिस पे उनके ऊपर पैनी निगाह रखते हैं, उनको फ़ोन करते हैं, उनको मिलते हैं, उनके बारे में सारी जांच करते हैं. इसलिए
On quarantine facilities, Dr. Harsh Vardhan said that the best of efforts are being made at central and state levels to provide services to those affected.
All over the country, you see right now, we are subjecting not in hundreds but in thousands people coming from various COVID-affected countries to quarantine, and all over the country with the help of the state governments and with the help of the other departments of the wings of the government like Army, CISF, etc., we have located a large number of facilities in the country where these reports are, I would say, they are the exceptions, but they are not the rule.
Meanwhile, Anand Sharma of the Congress hailed the efforts made by the government in combating coronavirus. And Manas Munia of the Trinamool Congress asked about the treatment protocols being adopted by the government.
By India for the containment of the spread of coronavirus, we do appreciate the steps that have been taken in sync with the WHO protocol, and in particular for the evacuation of the Indian citizens from various countries by the Indian Air Force and the Air India. So we compliment those pilots and the crew.
So many countries have been experimenting on the treatment process by the specific drugs in the trial. In US, in Australia, in Germany, in China, they are trying by retroviral drugs which are used in the HIV infections. And recently a report came, even the chloroquine is very effective for the treatment of coronavirus. I want to know through you, sir, from the Honorable Health Minister, what are the treatment protocol adopted by Government of India and advisories given to the state government in this context?
Responding to supplementary question in the upper house during the question hour, the Union Health Minister said that the efficacy of the anti-retroviral medicines on COVID-19 patients is being evaluated by the Indian Council of Medical Research.
Our scientists at ICMR, they are in touch with everything that is happening on this particular front all over the world. As far as the retroviral drugs are concerned, we are also using them on some of these patients, and we have given approvals for using them after, you can say, all sorts of scientific satisfaction that we could derive after having been in touch with the whole world. We have also heard about some research being done on chloroquine in US right now. So I can only say that these approvals are given after detailed scientific scrutiny, not by the ministry as such, but by the group of scientists working together at ICMR.
Cases of the novel coronavirus in India have jumped to over 125 with 3 fatalities. The latest being reported from Maharashtra, the worst affected state so far. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. India has been fighting the novel coronavirus on a war footing. From regular health advisories to lockdown mode with visa cancellations and travel restrictions, the government is going all out to control the spread of COVID-19 in the country. The World Health Organization has also praised India's efforts in dealing with the outbreak.
In the wake of the rising number of cases of the novel coronavirus in India, the Union government is pulling out all the stops to contain the spread of the highly contagious disease. As a first step to contain the spread of COVID-19, universal screening is being done for travelers coming in from 12 countries that include China, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Malaysia, Nepal, Indonesia, Iran, and Italy at earmarked aero bridges. The passengers are being screened at 21 airports, 12 major seaports, and 65 minor seaports and land crossings, particularly bordering Nepal. All tourist visas have been suspended till the 15th of April to prevent the spread of coronavirus in the country. The government has also advised citizens to avoid non-essential travel to countries like China, Italy, Iran, the Republic of Korea, France, Spain, and also Germany. In order to further restrict the entry of any COVID-19 infected persons into India, the Bureau of Immigration has also suspended all visas except those issued to diplomats, officials from United Nations or international organizations, and employment protect visas till the 15th of April. The entry of foreigners has also been barred in the country, and visa-free facility granted to overseas citizen of India cardholders has been kept on hold till the 15th of April. Starting 16th of March, the entry of passengers from European Union countries, European Free Trade Association, Turkey and United Kingdom into India has also been prohibited till the 31st of March. Further, the government has extended minimum quarantine period of 14 days to those Indian passengers coming through or from UAE, Qatar, Oman and Kuwait from 18th of March till the 31st. The move is against the backdrop of swelling cases in the Gulf countries. All incoming passengers, including Indian nationals arriving from China, Italy, Iran, Korea, France, Spain and Germany, are already being quarantined for a minimum period of 14 days. In addition, travel of passengers from Afghanistan, Philippines and Malaysia to India has also been prohibited till the 31st of March. Authorities have also commenced thermal screening of passengers in trains at all major railway stations across the affected states. So far, the government has evacuated more than 1,400 Indians from COVID-19 affected countries, including the worst hit countries of China, Iran and Italy. India has also evacuated more than 50 citizens of other countries, including the Maldives, Myanmar, Bangladesh, China, the US, Madagascar, Sri Lanka, Nepal, South Africa and Peru.
See, in the current this pandemic which is going on of the corona, if a person is having the symptom of cough, cold, fever, body ache and has the travel history of the affected country or have the history of coming in contact with a person who has a recent history of travel, then he or she should go to the nearest hospital and preferably by using their own mode of transportation. If there is a high suspicion based on their travel or in the direct contact with the patient, then they should call the helpline number which is issued by Government of India. The ambulance would come to your place and they will take you to the right facility, because we don't want a person who is having the symptoms or a suspected case, they should travel in the public transport so that they should not infect others. So they should call the helpline numbers if they have any of these symptoms which I have narrated.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's been reviewing the situation on a daily basis, has urged people to take precautions and not panic. Calling on people to help break the chain of spread and ensure safety of all by avoiding large gatherings, the Prime Minister has also asked people to share technology-driven solutions for coronavirus. Reaching out to citizens through social media, the Prime Minister said, the most important factor in preventing the spread of the virus locally is to empower people with the right information and taking precautions. Prime Minister Modi also led India at a video conference of all SAARC nations to chalk out a joint strategy to fight coronavirus in the region. And for this, he proposed an emergency fund with an initial offer of $10 million from India and asserted that the best way to deal with the pandemic was by coming together and not growing apart.
We can respond best by coming together, not growing apart. Collaboration, not confusion. Preparation, not panic. I propose we create a COVID-19 emergency fund. This could be based on voluntary contributions from all of us. India can start with an initial offer of $10 million for this fund. Any of us can use the fund to meet the cost of immediate actions. We had set up an integrated disease surveillance portal to better trace possible virus carriers and the people they contacted. We could share this disease surveillance software with SAARC partners and training on using this.
Amid the increasing footprint of COVID-19, states across the country have also taken preventive measures to prevent an epidemic. Some key measures include the closure of all educational institutions, schools, colleges and universities, gyms, cultural and social centers, swimming pools and theatres in a number of states that have reported COVID-19 cases. All monuments and museums across the country have also been closed down till the 31st of March. Further, to encourage social distancing, organizations have been asked to facilitate work from home facilities or curtail the number of employees attending office. To ascertain if there has been community transmission of coronavirus infection, random testing of people who are suffering from respiratory ailments such as influenza and pneumonia but do not have a history of travel abroad has also begun. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Among the government's efforts to raise awareness is the roping in of actors to tell people what to do. Listen in.
Namaskar, this is Amitabh Bachchan. The novel coronavirus or COVID-19 disease can be stopped. Together, we can do it. All we need to do is to take some basic precautions. Whenever you cough or sneeze, always cover your mouth with a handkerchief or a tissue. Throw the used tissues into a closed dustbin immediately. Don't touch your eyes, nose, mouth unnecessarily. Wash your hands with soap more frequently and for at least 20 seconds. Avoid participating in large gatherings. If you have a cough, fever, or difficulty in breathing, avoid close contact with anyone. Visit the nearest health facility or your doctor immediately if you have any of these symptoms. Cover your mouth and nose using a mask or a cloth at this time. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, whose helpline is 011-239-78046. Help us to help you.
With that, we'll slip into a very quick break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The spread of the novel coronavirus has forced the governments to majorly affected states to close public places, especially schools, malls, shopping complexes and local bazaars, among other measures. This has led to thousands to stay at home and practice home quarantine methods released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare based on the guidelines of the World Health Organization.
The duration of home quarantine period is 14 days. During this period, a home quarantined person should stay in a well-ventilated single room, preferably with a separate toilet. The person must maintain a distance of at least 1 meter from other family members. The person needs to stay away from elderly people, pregnant women and children. They should also have restricted movement within the house and not attend any social or religious gathering under any circumstances. A home quarantined person should wash hands often thoroughly with soap and water or with alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid sharing household items, example dishes, drinking glasses, cups, eating utensils, towels, beddings or other items. Wear a surgical disposable mask at all times. However, if symptoms like cough, fever, difficulty in breathing appear, the person should immediately inform the nearest health center or call 011-2397-8046. Family members of the home quarantined person should avoid shaking the soiled linen or direct contact with skin. Use disposable gloves when cleaning the surfaces or handling soiled linen. Wash hands after removing the gloves. Must not allow visitors to meet the person in quarantine. In case the person being quarantined becomes symptomatic, all his close contacts will be home quarantined for 14 days or till the report of such case turns out negative. The environment around the home of the quarantined person must also be regularly sanitized. This means cleaning and disinfecting frequently touched surfaces in the quarantined person's room, cleaning and disinfecting toilet surfaces daily, cleaning clothes and other linen used by the person separately.
Talking about treatment, as we know, there is no available treatment for coronavirus. It is only supportive, but while the people they are staying at the home, and we all are recommending that if you are having any symptom, you please self-isolate yourself at the home so you do not spread the disease. And when you are at the home, maintain certain precautions. If somebody is sick, he or she should be in a room which is well ventilated and should maintain the proper hygiene, like washing of the hand and it's not necessary that you wash only with the sanitizer or soap and water is equally effective. The right thing is how to wash your hand. There are many videos which are available that how to clean your hand with soap and water, so they should be properly cleaned, and maintain good nutrition, good hydration. That is very important because it affects your immunity, and if your immunity is good, your body will take care of the disease.
By following simple do's and don'ts, one can save oneself and others from getting infected. Practice frequent washing of hands, wash hands with soap and water, use alcohol-based hand sanitizers, wash hands even if they are visibly clean, cover your nose and mouth with tissue while sneezing and coughing, throw used tissues into closed bins immediately after use, see a doctor if you feel unwell, that is, if you have fever, difficulty breathing and dry cough. While visiting the doctor, wear a mask to cover your nose and mouth. If you have these symptoms, please call the 24/7 helpline at 011-2397-8046. Avoid participating in large gatherings. Do not have a close contact with anyone if you are experiencing cough and fever. Do not touch your eyes, nose and mouth, and do not spit in public.
Since this virus is spreading through contacts, it's spreading through sneezing, coughing, so the most important thing is in this that keep yourself little away from people. Away means social distancing, what I am talking about. The other thing is rather than handshaking, do namaste, and avoid the crowded places, and other things which are very important. If you are coughing or sneezing, learn the coughing etiquettes. That's cover your mouth and nose while you are sneezing or coughing, or wear a mask if you have cough or sneeze. Next important thing is wash your hands properly. When you are coming from outside, wash your hands and keep the surfaces clean.
The most important point one has to remember is to not panic. Just by following basic hygiene along with other precautions, it is very less likely for anyone to catch the disease. It is also important to keep up to date with reliable information. Propagating wrong information can further fuel panic among the people and have an adverse effect on the efforts to contain the pandemic. With inputs from Vipul Agarwal, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
While even the common cold is caused by a strain of the coronavirus, the novel strain of the virus can cause more severe and deadlier symptoms. What starts out as just a cold could develop into pneumonia and bronchitis. Let us take a look now at the symptoms this virus can bring on and how to prevent catching an infection. With that, I wrap up this show, but you do watch this report to understand the precautions and symptoms of COVID-19. Thank you for watching.
The coronavirus can make people sick, usually with a mild to moderate upper respiratory tract illness which can be similar to a common cold. Symptoms include a runny nose, cough, sore throat, possibly a headache and maybe a fever lasting for a couple of days. But in people with a weakened immune system, especially the elderly and the very young, the virus could be more serious. In these groups, the virus could cause a lower and much more serious respiratory tract illness like pneumonia or bronchitis.
Coronavirus is a basically member of Coronaviridae family. Okay, and for general public is similar to like there was viruses sometime back. If you go to 2009, there was a swine flu virus. Then subsequently there was a SARS virus, and then subsequently Middle East Respiratory Syndrome virus. So these all viruses are from the same family. Okay, but still they are not same because there are some genetic differences among these. One thing. The second thing is, if we talk about the disease caused by this, so all these viruses lead to respiratory diseases. Okay, simply if we talk about symptoms, so they will be just like any kind of flu. Like patient will have the respiratory problems in the form of cough, then sneezing, rhinorrhea, the sore throat. If serious, patient can develop pneumonia, and if more serious, then in the current this new coronavirus 19, they have reported that kidney failure is more common with this virus.
With coronavirus being a zoonotic virus, it spreads from human contact with animals. Once it reaches humans, it can spread fast, as it often spreads when someone comes into contact with the infected person's secretions. Depending on how virulent the virus is, a cough, sneeze, or a handshake can cause exposure. The virus can also be transmitted by touching something an infected person has touched and then touching your mouth, nose, or eyes. Caregivers can sometimes be exposed by handling a patient's waste. There is no specific treatment for the coronavirus. Doctors can relieve symptoms by prescribing pain or fever medication, but most of the time symptoms will go away on their own. A room humidifier or a hot shower can help with a sore throat or cough. If infected, drink plenty of fluids, get rest, and sleep as much as possible. However, if the symptoms feel worse than a common cold, it's important to see the doctor. There is no vaccine to protect against this family of viruses, at least not yet, but you may be able to reduce your risk of infection by avoiding people who are sick. With inputs from Kunal Singh, Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.